Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the GR Wisdom channel. I just want to go live real quick because I was talking about this on Facebook just now because I see it's making its way around social media. I'm assuming it's a few days old. Many of you guys may have seen this video, or you might not have. If you haven't, it's in the link is in the description. It's another guy did a YouTube video on it, where he's playing it on his radio, but I do this. I'm making this video just to, because I got my own tale in reference to this, which is kind of funny, because many people are saying, "Oh, this guy, he's a simp," which I guess he is. He is. Hey, what's up, Donnell? He is funny. You know what I'm saying? But what people need to look at is, especially if you've never been married, you got to place yourself in the position of this guy. When you're married, you tend to do crazy shit sometimes, especially when you're in love with someone. Obviously this man is in love with this woman, regardless if she's cheating. What's up, Charlie? He's still trying to keep her at all costs. And you can laugh on the outside a lot of times, and people will laugh at stuff like this until you find your ass in that same position. When you find yourself in that position, what's happening, Galen? When you find yourself in a position where you're, i.e., married or in love with someone, and you don't even have to be married, because it's a lot of y'all dudes that are begging women to please don't go, or, I don't, I got on your shirt, Charlie. I don't want you to be messing with other dudes. I want us to be strictly monogamous. How could you cheat on me? How could you do this? How could you do? It's a lot of y'all simping, but it's funny when dudes get in the public and out, y'all want to make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? You want to make fun of people for this is uncalled for, him going to this extent where he's calling up, and forget all that desperate times calls for desperate measures. You want to go to a radio show, call in, hoping that they assist you with getting this woman back, who doesn't want to be with you. And that's the biggest thing. Some people, they're so blinded by love, they don't understand that the respect is gone. You do not, and I know I keep talking about this for those of you watching my videos. I keep saying you cannot be with someone that doesn't respect you. This guy, obviously he's crying. He thinks he wants this woman back. This woman does not want to be with him. She's told him she doesn't want to be with him. Her reasoning, and for you, whenever you guys watch this, she's saying that he works too much. He's providing for the family. He's always gone. And in usual fashion, it's always the man's fault, no matter what you do. If you cheat on a woman, it's your fault. If she cheats on you, it's your fault. If you have low self-esteem, it's your fault. If she has low self-esteem, it's your fault. If you do anything, a lot of times, especially when you're dealing, and this isn't all women, but women who have no accountability, which is the key word with anything. If there's no accountability, everything's going to be your fault. This woman cheated on this man and said that it was his fault because he works too much, blah, blah, blah. This man trying to provide for his family, provide for whatever, you know what I mean, provide for the kids, and he's saying, he's crying, you're the mother of my child. Of our kids, we've been together since this and this. This woman is laughing at you. She's probably laughing at all, with all her girlfriends, probably talking all kind of crazy stuff, just to make herself, basically. And what she says, which everybody doesn't know the whole story at the end of the day, but which she said in the video, y'all don't know the whole story, which could be true, but she did admit that she cheated on this man. You know what I mean? She cheated on him, and you can't, I mean, you can, I'm not saying that it's not salvageable. You can't salvage a relationship after cheating. But I think if you cheat on someone, period, if you consciously have sex with Charlemagne and them was going at her on, if you consciously have sex with someone, which there's no other way to be unconsciously have sex with someone, but if you make this decision to have sex with someone, you don't respect your marriage or the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying, and I think Donnell, we was talking about this. Well, I mentioned on his post, a lot of the stuff that this guy was saying, I had said it, to my wife at the time. It wasn't to that extent where I'm calling in the radio shows. And I never thought I would do some shit like that, but I was on some simp shit, basically saying the same thing. I want to keep the family together, come back home, do all this bullshit. Now, based upon where I'm at now, that'll never happen. But they were telling him the right thing. Don't cry. He's on a radio show crying, begging this woman to come back to him, which the woman ain't worth a whatever anyway. Because if she wanted to be with you, she would have came back. And that's the biggest thing a lot of you simps need to realize. If the woman wanted to be with you, she would be with your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're trying all this. Let's have dinner. Let's do this. If I do this, will you come back to me? Yeah, I did all that corny shit. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But it'll never happen again. You can get your rocks off. It'll never happen again. But don't ever beg a woman, especially don't call a woman on the phone and beg her. But just don't beg her, period. You know what I'm saying? Don't if the woman tells you she doesn't want to be with you, believe it. Ain't no, she says she wants a divorce, but like I mentioned on I think I said it on Donnell's status, she'll say she wants a divorce, but let you file for divorce. It's a different story. Oh, she's probably going, if he ever wises up and he takes a red pill or whatever, and he wises up and decides to file for divorce, she's probably gonna fight his ass like hell. Oh, exactly, Char Willie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She probably gonna fight his ass like hell soon as he goes to file for divorce. And that's the crazy shit about it. You heard her say that. She said that, and I want a divorce. This is as soon as you leave the man, I mean, you should have go ahead and made that decision. I don't know how long this woman's been going from his life, but just the way she was talking, and this guy is begging, and they're laughing, but at the same time they would probably be doing the same shit too if their wives up and left them. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z allegedly cheated. I'm not talking about he's a star, but he cheated, and I'm pretty sure he had to do a bunch of shit. At the end of the day, I mean, they're a business, him and his wife. You know what I mean? I don't always believe what women say. I pay attention to what they do. That's true, but if a woman made a decision to leave your ass, best believe whatever she says, it doesn't matter. I know what you're saying, Donnell, but you're a recovering simp, Jared. I don't know if you've been on the Teespring site, but I should have wore that. It's on the way right now. I got a shirt. It's called the Reformed Simp, and I'm not ashamed to say I am a reformed simp. You know what I'm saying? So this should have been the perfect time to wear that shirt, but it hasn't arrived yet. But yeah, you go off the actions. If a woman left your ass, that's some actions. I don't give a damn what she says after that. If she's cheated on you, that's actions. You know what I'm saying? So when I file for divorce on your ass, you need to live all that shit that you talking. That's just my opinion. And like I said, for those of you who've been watching my channel, y'all know I expounded and said what all I went through. You know what I'm saying? I don't have proof that she was cheating, but I'm pretty sure, there was somebody knocking her down, obviously. Somebody was already knocking her down throughout this process. But if you say some shit, you got to live all that shit, man. If you make that decision, and this is where accountability with women definitely you got to stand on that, and that's what Charlemagne was saying as you watched the video. You have to stand by that shit. You made that decision, you need to own it. Don't say it's not your fault. You need to own that shit. Yeah, Char Willie put the link in the chat for the Teespring thing, with the Reform Simp. I think I put up 2 more shirts up there also, 2 more designs I got out. But you do something when you make, and this goes for men too, but more so with women. This woman right here, blatantly on a radio show in front of the world, basically saying it's not her fault. You have to own that shit. You have to, whenever you make a decision in life, you have to accept the consequences and everything that comes along with it, and you have to go along with what it is that you say. Don't try to back out and say, no, I didn't want to do that, and I'm just riding this guy's dick for a few months, and but I'm gonna come back and all this other shit. You know what I mean? You got yours yet, Char Willie? I don't know if you got yours. I know you said it shipped out, but I just want to screw this guy for a few months, and I just want to chill out. Hell no. You is the longer you take letting a woman do that further confirms that you're a simp. Any man that sits back and lets a woman run the streets, and there's been plenty players throughout the years since the not players, excuse me, men. You know, 40s, 50s, even back in the 60s, women running the streets in the clubs. They sitting at home taking care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? She out and about with with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and all the Pookies, Leroys, and Ray Rays, and all that shit. You know what I mean? While he at home taking care of the kids, was saying that's my woman. Hell no, that ain't your woman. And I refuse to be married. How you gonna stay married to a woman that's fucking another man? What is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you? There's no way in hell. You gotta live all that shit with me. I'm sorry. You gotta live all that. There's no I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna test this out, and I'm gonna make a fool of you in the meantime. The hell with that. Oh no. The hell with that. So this man, obviously he's a simp. He hasn't arrived there yet, and it takes time. What I say, it doesn't happen overnight. Especially, I have these conversations with a friend of mine, and we talk, and some people find it strange that you can get to a point where you don't have any attachment, or you no longer care. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to have been through some shit, but it is a good feeling, and this is something that is learned through experience, as far as and I heard something Dr. Sabi, he did a video, and I think it was one of his last interviews he did with Rock Newman, and he was talking about how you can love someone, but you never need that love from that person, or you never have the attachment. You know what I'm saying? You never have that attachment. He said I'll be in love with he said I'll love a woman, or I'll be in love with a woman, but I don't need that woman's love. Because at the end of the day, what if this woman up and leaves you? You gonna end up like this simp, or you might end up taking somebody's life, or being violent. And like he said, two of his friends took their life over a woman because a woman left him. Or you might end up, doing something to this woman, or, and you end up in jail for the rest of your life because you can't let go of something. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, he hasn't. I know where he's at, and you got people laughing at him, but they probably doing the same shit, like I said, behind closed doors. It's gonna take you. You have to come to that realization, and it'll all make sense. That he didn't say his name. Too true. He didn't say his name. If you click on the link, they just got the audio going and stuff like that. But he didn't say his name. But it makes, I think it makes so much sense. Once you get to this concept that Sabi was talking about the this concept of love and attachment, and that goes for anybody. I've done videos about this in the past. Anybody, children, parents, relatives, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, this concept of love and attachment, and some people can't understand it. That they think it's synonymous. Of this love and attachment has to be synonymous. That you have to be attached to someone you love, but when you break it down, which I had to tell someone the other day, is you can still love someone and not ever speak to them again. I'm pretty sure there's many people, when you actually think about that, you have people that are no longer in your life that you no longer speak to, but you still love them, and you no longer have an attachment, any sort of attachment to them at all. You know what I mean? But in the case of this guy, it's not something that's uncommon. Maybe even until I actually experienced something like that, I probably would have been laughing at his ass too. The extent that he went was a little bit, too far, but I don't think that he doesn't know who he is, because he's put this woman up on a pedestal, and his self-love isn't at that point, which is basically what Sabi was saying also, is that this is what you have to cultivate. You have to cultivate self-love and know who you are prior to this relationship or whatever, or even after the relationship, to know who you are. That way all that attachment is gone, because at the end of the day, all of this stuff is going to pass. You know what I mean? I did a video talking about the advice from the angel Gabriel, and that was some of the advice that he gave to the prophet, is that you love who you want to love, but know that one day that you're going to part from them. You either part from them either through a breakup, they move on, or you die or they die. But eventually in this world, you're only here for a short amount of time, and you don't own anything, and you're going to depart or part from someone, or and life goes on. You know what I mean? He was most likely raised by a single mother. Okay, so that's what you think? He was raised by a single mother because he was crying over his wife. You know what I mean? I don't think that that's necessarily true. You know, but I hear you. You know, because a lot of these dudes, these strong males, who were raised, per se, uh, who haven't made it to this or understand this concept, might fall into that. But I just want to talk about that real quick. It's not my advice for any of you that are watching this is don't ever beg anyone to be with you. Don't beg anyone to come back. Don't do any of that. Don't go super, especially don't call a radio station or get a third party, because you look even worse. Get a third party to talk to your wife or girlfriend to talk to you. If somebody wanted to talk to you, they would talk to you. If somebody wanted to be with you, they would be with you. You know what I'm saying? And until you understand this, you just gonna, ooh, man. I'm saying. So, that's all I wanted to talk about. That I think I'm gonna do probably like 2 more videos tonight. Yeah, down on bended knees, begging you, please. Shit. Man, you gotta beg somebody to be with you. You don't need to be with them. That's what you need to recognize. So, make sure you guys like, share, comment, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? If you haven't added me on social media, Facebook or Instagram, the links are in the description, along with the video that I was referencing. It's in there. Char Willie put it in the chat as well. But for those of you watching this outside of the live stream, the link is in the description. If you got any topics you'd like me to discuss, or any questions, feel free to email me. The t-shirts are up, like I said, and other merchandise are on the site, the Teespring site. You'll see the link in the description as well. You can check those out. I got one especially for all you guys who are reformed simps or trying to be reformed simps. Make sure you guys pick that up, along with the red pill poppers and all these other ones that I have up here. Maybe you'll find something you like. Yeah, thank God it is Friday. I'm about to go in here and do some shopping at y'all favorite conglomerate. But yeah. Make sure you remember, anything lost can be found again, except for time wasted. Find yourself, man. Don't depend on the love of someone else to sustain you, because you're gonna drive yourself crazy. You know what I'm saying? Char Willie just dropped the link in the chat. And the Well of Wisdom, the link is there as well. Feel free. And peace be upon you all, in the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I will catch you guys. I'll catch you guys. Probably I'm trying to come back tonight, man, because I'm gonna try to talk about black businesses and this concept of is black business inferior to all other businesses, and support you know, why everyone wants a discount and all that stuff like that. So we'll come back later on that, and I'm gonna try to pick up on that Jennifer Lewis stuff too, Char Willie. I know I've been lazy on that. So peace be upon you all, and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. So okay, cool. All right, so I'll see you guys later. Peace.